Welcome back, YouTubers, to another video. In today's video, I want to talk all about breaker blocks, what it is, and what I see it is, and how you can look to potentially trade it. Now, make sure you watch this video all the way to the end, as I have a special announcement at the end where you will be able to work with me personally on a one-to-one basis to understand how you can potentially use this strategy straight away. So let's get straight into this video. First, I'm going to go through this trading view chart just to demonstrate where and how to trade using this strategy. And then I'll go through the MT4 platform where I've actually taken that trade so you can see how I caught that trade on my MT4 platform. Now, before we go through this chart, let me just demonstrate exactly what I'm seeing the breaker block is and how I use it in my trading. So if we're looking at the market and we're seeing a bullish move to the upside, what you're going to find, and you've most probably heard me say this in some of my previous videos, I see an area of imbalance. You'll see that I draw it within some of my trade reviews as well. So if you're not sure, go back and have a look at some of those trade reviews. And it's inside this area here where we have absolutely no sellers in the market inside this area on this candle. Now this is where I see a block of orders sitting in the market. It's a hidden block of orders, okay, and it's where I'm looking for price to pull back into for a potential buy. I'm normally looking for price to pull back to these areas to look for a buy. Now, on occasion, this will not hold, and these orders are dried up, removed, and you eventually will see this happen instead. You'll see the market reverse, break through this area, continue to fall, and then we'll see the market pull back. Now you'll understand once I mark out these wicks, we just use the same area on the chart at the moment. So we'll see as the market breaks through and removes this previous hidden block of orders, breaks through, it then creates this new area between these two wicks, which has an area where there's absolutely no buyers in the market. This creates again that hidden block of orders. And what I'm looking for is, if you understand the term with support and resistance, which many of you will, I learned this years ago, and you can apply the same concepts with a support and resistance approach. We're looking for the market to pull back up into that hidden block of orders to look for our trade. And it's here we look to capture the market, to sell it, to go back down. And this is what I class as a breaker block, a breaker block of orders. Now, it's going to be much easier to see when we go through on the live chart in a moment. But the idea of the concept is you need to find where we're seeing those breaks of those blocks of orders. And that is how I see a breaker block. So let's go through to the chart now, and we'll go through exactly how I've taken a trade here today. And I'll be looking to most probably get out of this trade now. Understanding what I'm seeing on the chart, if we just mark this off first, we have a previous high here in the market. Now, if you're not sure about manipulations, there is much inside this channel and much more you'll learn in the Forex Masterclass. But right here, we have this high removed by these two candles. So we manipulate to the high and we close back down on that bearish candle. Now, as soon as we see the close on this bearish candle, what you're going to identify then is we left this area of imbalance. Now, this area of imbalance is what I just spoke about with that hidden block of orders, and where I was looking for a potential reversal to the upside. Now, you can see what actually happens on this bearish candle here. We wick through this area. Now, that shows to me it's been removed, and potentially we continue to go lower to take out this previous low. Now, we do continue to go lower. And when this actually happens, you can then identify, and we can draw out this small area left over of a new area of hidden block of orders. And exactly what happens is this bullish candle pulls back in, tests it, and then we've dropped away. Now we are seeing a reversal here in the market where we had another manipulation right here on this 4-hour candle. Now, I've already taken profits off on this trade, and I will be watching very closely now to potentially exit this trade after taking this entry, which you'll see in a moment. But the understanding here is that this was an area where we had that hidden block of orders where it did not react, it broke through. And you can see what I was talking about when you think about that area of support and resistance. You have a previous area here where it was an area of support. It did not hold, it broke and reacted as an area of resistance. So if you already have that knowledge and understanding of support and resistance, this will become very easy for you to understand and read. But this is what I class as that breaker block. This is my breaker block, where we break it, retest it, and we see the fall away. Now the entry itself, understanding the way the markets are moving, I'm just going to zoom in now to this area of price. Now understanding the way the market is moving here, we break through, retest, we move sideways, we then make a manipulation above the high of this candle, we go back up and we create this outside bearish engulfing candle. Now once I've seen this happen in the chart, I know that the market is reacting off this high, taking up these highs, and we've already seen price coming back to retest this area and this area on that breaker block area. Now I can mark off that after the close of this candle, go down to a 15-minute chart, and it's within this area I start to search for my entry, which you'll see in a moment where I've taken that trade. And it's inside the 15-minute chart. As price pulls back, we can identify again. We have this area left over where price broke through. This time it held at this area on this actual imbalance. We have those hidden blocks of orders. We then also have this area of a potential supply where price pulls back into. And if you understand the confirmation entry, which you can learn much more inside the masterclass, we have a break of structure, a break of a previous area of demand. And let me just remove everything quickly. We then leave this area here of supply. That's where I've caught my entry. And you can see the market went all the way down, where I caught a good profit of 15 to 1 on this trade. And now I'm holding this trade, looking to potentially exit very soon. So that is the idea and the concept. The actual trade itself has nothing to do with the concept. I just wanted to show you the trade I've actually caught this week, understanding the use of this concept, where we're looking at that breaker block. Now you can look back in time. You'll look back here, for instance, we'll see this is an area where the market also had a hidden area of orders, or a block of orders here. We come back, we did rally up, we made a manipulation of the high. You can then identify the market broke back through this area, at the same time leaving a new hidden area of orders. The market pushes back through, tests both of them. Again, understanding that support and resistance will help you to understand what I mean. And then you could have caught entry here to what fill these areas, and you will look for a target around here. Now much more of this you will learn if you keep watching now to the end, as you will be able to find out how you'll be able to work with me understanding this strategy and be able to get your hands onto the Forex Masterclass on a monthly payment plan. So let's now head over to the actual MT4 platform where I've took this trade, so you can see where I've taken that trade as I've just gone through on this chart on Trading View. So as you can see, I'm on the MT4 platform now. So let me briefly go through quickly once again the actual trade entry. You'll be able to identify this is that area on the breaker block, that hidden block of orders, which was removed, came back to retest. We then see the manipulation of that high, and it was right here that I went down to the lower time frame on the close of this bearish candle. Let's just go down now. This was later in the afternoon for me for this entry. We can pull back to this area. We do not break through. That's another hidden area of orders. We pull back into the area of supply. Now, if you understand supply and demand, then great. If not, make sure you watch the other videos on this channel. And there are some great courses on supply and demand, which is the advanced supply and demand course, or you can learn that inside the Forex Masterclass as well. Let me zoom into price. Now what happens is when we pull back into these areas, we break the low of this area here, which is an area of structure, and it's also an area of demand, leaving this area of supply. You can see I've already got it drawn on my chart. This is a pullback where I've caught that entry. The market then drops away. Now I was looking for a potential target at this low here in the market. Now, as you can see, this did not get hit until early hours of the morning. I was asleep, so I actually didn't close this trade until I saw it down here this morning. If I go to the 15-minute chart, you'll be able to identify my risk to reward on this trade to understand the power of understanding this breaker block. This is where I was potentially looking for my first profit target at this level, which is just over 11 to 1. I actually closed it, I believe. Let me see where this morning was. I think it was this bearish candle here, where it was around about a 15 to 1. So that's my first exit on that trade this morning. I'm now watching very closely because we can see the manipulation that was created on that 4-hour time frame. We broke the structure here to the upside. We removed that once again. And we do have this area here in the market where price is now pushing into. So if price breaks through this, I'm expecting price to go higher, and that may well cause me to believe that the market is going to go back up. We can also use on a trend line. We can draw a trend line to downside. Let me just mark off the last two swing points. Now, if you didn't see the previous video, which went through understanding those hidden order blocks, I'll leave that video linked at the end of this video, and that will teach you about understanding the use of this trend line, how it can allow you to find hidden order blocks to take trades. But now we can see the break of this trend line. We may see a pullback before we see continuation to the upside. But what I'm going to do now on this trade, I'm going to bring this trade above these highs, lock in some more profit. Hopefully we can see the market drop back down. I'm not concerned if I get knocked out here. I've already taken a good profit off this trade at that 15 to 1. I just wanted to go through to demonstrate the power of understanding a simple strategy with the use of this breaker block. Remember, the idea is we're understanding how the market is making that reversal. And like I said, if you have a good understanding of support and resistance, then this will give you an added aid understanding this type of strategy. But the actual strategy itself is not the support and resistance, but it's understanding the block of orders that are being removed and being retested from the other side as we create this new area. So that is understanding the breaker block. Now, I did say, if you were watching this video to the end, I had something exciting for you all if you want to learn this type of strategy in much more detail. Now, there's a link below in the description of this video for a very short period of time for you to sign up to a 15-minute strategy session. Now, that means a one-on-one with myself, and we'll go through understanding this type of strategy. For 15 minutes, you'll be able to learn this. And then we can talk about if you want to take your trading to the next level, and we can discuss the options you have when it comes to either working with me one-on-one through what I call the NFXT Bootcamp, or you can join up to the Forex Masterclass, which, like I said, is right now, there is a 12-month payment plan, which is the cheapest option for you to get hold of this type of material and to learn with how you can understand supply and demand and smart money concepts. Now, this actual strategy you're seeing right now is not even shared right now to my current students. This is something that I've only just shared right today in this channel. Understanding this breaker block will allow you to understand where the orders and the flow of price is. And it's a great way for you to understand how to find profitable trades. So if you want that 15-minute strategy session with me today, make sure you sign up by the link below in the description of this video before that link is removed. Now, I hope you have enjoyed this video today. If you have, don't forget to give me that thumbs up because it's going to let me know you are enjoying this video. And if you have any questions you want to ask about this type of strategy, you can leave a comment below in the description of this video. But popping up right now is that video I mentioned through this video with the use of that trend line where we're looking at the hidden order blocks. Now, the use of the hidden order block will allow you to find profitable trades where you once wouldn't have been able to. So make sure you watch that video right now so you understand that concept as well.